The gun violence continues across Toronto with two separate shootings overnight. In the first, shots rang out around midnight in Etobicoke near Royal York and the Gardner. A 21-year-old man checked himself into hospital a short time later with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. A second shooting happened shortly after in the opposite end of the city. A man sitting in a car in a Scarborough driveway was shot in the shoulder. He is expected to survive. No arrests have been made in either case. Well, this is the neighborhood where that latest shooting happened around midnight on Confederation Drive. One of 17 locations where bullets were fired in the city in the last 6 days. The police chief once again urging witnesses to come forward to break down that wall of silence.
We have a problem with street gangs. This is something I've spoken about all the time, and this is not going to be something that will be solved by police alone.
Shortly after, a vehicle was riddled with bullets in broad daylight in a townhouse complex just steps from a playground. Police Chief Mark Saunders arrived on scene, calling on residents from all over the city to come forward with information to help put these shooters behind bars.
For years, the street gangs have been brazen, and that is one of the factors why people are afraid to cooperate, because of the brazenness. And unfortunately, it is that fear that gives them the empowerment to even continue to do these types of shooting.
The wall of silence is something police have been trying to crack for many years. For example, hundreds of people may have witnessed the nightclub shooting at Keele and Finch over the long weekend, yet very few are cooperating.
There's no shortage of guns in the street. You could buy one in the park over there.
Guns and gangs expert James Dubrow tells me community-led intel is a powerful tool in preventing and solving gang activity.
What Saunders fingered was getting people to rat out or speak up about what they see. Because most people know where there's a crack house, where there's a place you can get drugs, where there's a place you can buy guns, where the gangsters live. And if they gave that information to the guns and gang unit, they would be able to operate even more efficiently.
We asked Toronto Police why people should feel safe coming forward with this type of information. In a statement, we were told officers value the contribution of witnesses and will work with them to create safety plans and respond to any concerns they have for their well-being because of their role in helping the investigation. But testifying in court is an entirely different process. Identities are made public. Witnesses, though, can be protected under the Ontario Witness Protection Program that would include relocation, and the cost would be covered by the province.
We have, two separate Supreme Court of Canada rulings where we, as Crime Stoppers, will go to any length to protect our tipster.
Crime Stoppers is asking you to help your community by helping Crime Stoppers with your tips.
One option to pass on information anonymously is through Crime Stoppers. I'm told no tipster has ever been identified in court, even though tips that come in through this program have helped solve many high-profile cases.
We don't want to know your name. We don't want to know where you live. We don't, subscribe to caller ID. We just want the information that you have. Community safety is a shared responsibility. Everybody in the community needs to step up and need to say, I've had enough.
Now, Crime Stoppers is also dishing out dollars to get guns off the streets. If you have a tip that leads to the recovery of an illegal firearm, you can get $500, no questions asked.